Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Breaks into the open. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's McLaurin. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Richardson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Got it behind the line. It's McLaurin.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He's looking to throw on third and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grab behind the line. It's Webb. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So just make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Jackson will throw. Catch in the middle. It's Taylor. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's McLaurin. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody...
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Caught behind the line. It's Webb. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Sends it back in motion. And down he goes back at the 3.
And you got to have that clock in your head, man. You get inside the 5-yard line, you better get rid of the ball. You better see it and throw it. He does a bad job holding on to the football. The defense makes the sack and puts him in 3rd and long.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying to punch it in. Fighting his way from every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
Decision time right here. I like going for it. You're playing on the road. You have an opportunity to take the crowd out of it a little bit here. Why not just line up quickly and just try to run the ball?
Yeah, stay aggressive. I mean, you want to shut these people up. You want to quiet them down, but field goals don't do that very often. Try to go
into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking down the middle. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Raymond. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Jackson will throw. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Wide open downfield. It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll leave it with him. Ball is loose. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And his offense has put together a really nice drive, man. You really want to pay this off. Obviously, 3rd down approaching. Got to be smart with the football, but we want to cut into this lead as much as possible. Down a couple possessions. This would be huge right before the half.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere. An absolute ball.
Grabbed over the middle. It's McLaurin. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back to pass on second down. Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lets it fly. Complete to the left. There he goes. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Underheat, he gets rid of it.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on second down. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's McLaurin. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Pulls it in, it's Webb. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Got a man, it's Scott. Turning it on. Touchdown.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jackson gonna throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Raymond. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. A nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards, but if you think about it, nice short completion sets up a third down, and guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. He'll start this drive going to the air, using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He uncorks one deep. He's got it inside the 25. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. This offense has it with really good field position. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
Gonna run it. It's Washington. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Finds a man on the left. Got enough space. And it's in there for a touchdown. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and they make big plays for you.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Army is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Blanchard and Davis and Dawkins among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 10 to UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, uses athleticism, uses speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Finds a man by himself. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got a lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's McLaurin.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Going to swing it on second down. Under fire. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And this is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. On the run, it's Washington. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Going right to work up top. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Webb. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Richardson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Got it! And into the end zone for a touchdown.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Now adjusting. Bought a little time, lets it go. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Throws to the tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Second down, he'll throw it. Steps away to find some room. Got out of trouble and throws. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd, I can't slide her.
Got some room in under the goal line. And it's a touchdown.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jackson will throw. Skips away from pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. So now it's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
and quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It's now 2nd and goal.
And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Right on the money. And it's in there for a touchdown. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Richardson.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. We've got to find him in the passing game.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive. And so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. The short hands is Richardson. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Richardson. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Smith.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And it's a touchdown in the dying moments of the game.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Jackson gonna throw it. Pocket breaking down. Pulls it in. It's Taylor. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Taylor. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep end.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Quick strike complete. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and, man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world.